Peace to everyone. So these are some projects that I want to say are long overdue, particularly these three right here. These clubs at the ends, the ball clubs, are for more recent wood that I acquired from Facebook Marketplace. These two and this one at the end are from a tree I don't know the species of. This one is supposed to be willow. I have another one I've been working on that's willow. It's way harder than this. So either this came from a sick tree or it's a different species of willow. So yeah, that one I'm still deciding what the design is going to be. It still needs a lot more work. This one's more defined, but unfortunately there's cracking happening. So it's going to be more of a visual piece. If I ever finish it, it'll be more of a visual piece, not one that's structurally strong enough to use in combat. This other one, I'm still carving out the ball. And this guy right here is the question mark shape is based off of the ball war club that you see on the Drought of the Creek Nation historical image. So it's not a perfect representation, but it's based off of that. This is a one of several of my renditions of a Sawtooth Atusa, and it's Muskogee, but I use some vinegaroon, homemade vinegaroon, to ebonize the wood. It's actually supposed to be leather dye, but I ended up using some of it for wood, and it's amazing on that, actually. These two are what they look like. They are not yet complete copies of the Gunstock club from Last of the Mohicans. Now, the problem with this guy right here, it looks cooler, but that blade is not that great. I was kind of estimating my drill bits weren't long enough. So the tangs are shorter than I want, but oh well. But yeah, the steel's not as great. The problem with saw blade material, like this whole stack I have right here, is that it's a mystery. Now this one right here seems more sturdy and robust. So yeah, at least one of these will be, you might say, combat ready. I mean, you could kill somebody with any of these things, even this one with a crack on it. I mean, really, you could. Not that I'm encouraging anybody, mind you, but as far as what might be more combat, battle ready, durability, etc., it's really hard to say with wood anyway. But these are also red oak, so it could be hit or miss with the red oak. All these other woods definitely, and then actually, yeah, the Sawtooth Atusa is also red oak. So I kind of got myself like a $30 big fat piece of wood and just started making a few different clubs out of it, kind of for fun. But I need to get these things kind of finished, which is why I'm finally attaching these blades. They got some shims on them, which is why that one looks kind of funny. You got some wood sticking out, but it's going to be, hopefully these shims with the Type-On 3 wood glue will hold in place nicely, and if they do, then awesome. I'll let them sit for a couple weeks. Shouldn't take that long, but I'm gonna let them sit for a while. But yeah, I'm most happy with the ebonized Sawtooth Atusa. Okay, I'm hoping to be happier yet with other projects here. I'm not going to waste too much time on any of them. Time's something I don't have a lot of, but this is my workshop space. That stump is actually from the same source material as that club there. Now I've got this big nice piece of oak that I'm having a hard time cutting through. I no longer have a chainsaw, so I kind of use a circular saw to cut on each end, as well as the full length. The problem is I can't really split it with my, it's just too hard to split with my sledgehammer and wedge. So I'm not sure what I'll do, but that would make a couple of nice Warclubs, I think. Given the length, given the material, it is coastal oak. that I found already cut on the side of the road, just sitting there. I know it was going to rot and termites would have eaten it up, but I can't really, in good conscience, let that happen. But anyway, these are my Warclubs, most of my Warclubs. I'm not sure what I'll do with them once they're finished. Most likely, I have some better ones made of maple, which I'm going to keep, and one of which I'll probably gift away, or at least I'll use as a more historically correct template. These are not totally proportionately, I don't want to say they're incorrect. There's other examples of overly sized gunstock clubs that weren't this exact shape, but none of them are really exact to each other anyway. So it's hard to say what's historical in that regard. But I will say that this one, like, I mean, it's probably not exact to what the Mohicans, you know, would have had, right? I mean, Chingachgook is a fictional character. There was a Mohican tribe, but as far as being the Mohicans, I don't know. I have to do some more research. But given as they would be a Northeast Coast tribe, I don't think the clubs would have been quite as long as this. These things are kind of huge. But in any case, I'll do a video in the future when I finish the maple ones. They look nice right now. I should do a video on those as well. I have a lot of stuff. I mean, this is the problem. I take up projects, and my free time gets invested in this type of thing, which is good in some ways, given a lot of the events of my life the last 2 years. But, you know, gotta stay positive. Gotta find things to keep you busy and make you happy. So, anyway, I think that's it for now. But for watching, and I will say also my son is definitely a fan of these things. He's been wanting to chop wood on this stump with that axe, and been showing him a little bit, but he's almost 7, not quite big enough to swing that thing properly. But if I can find a child-size axe that's durable and sharp enough, and you know, that he could use, I might go ahead and get him one, but we'll see. But yeah, this is it's fun stuff. And you know, as far as these red oak ones, I like the ebonized color of that one. I might do that with one of these two. The other one for sure, one of them will definitely be blue. I'll make it as much as possible accurate in appearance to Last Mohicans. So it'll probably be this guy right here, since the blade is actually the least durable. I'm just gonna make it, you know, a showpiece. This one's a little more durable. I might decide to make it black, because that black and oak looks really nice. These, I have no idea what they're gonna be colored. Maybe red. I might do a red ochre when they're finished, but we'll see. We'll see if I even finish some of them. But yeah, axe and saw. On the harder woods that I've made better clubs out of and put more time into, I will admit. I've used the Japanese boat saw. I use more filing. I've done, you know, more when it comes to using a wood chisel and really taking my time on those ones. But I'll admit, I know deep in my heart that those are better wood than these, and these are just easier to cut with an axe. And the more wood carving I do, the more I realize that some pieces will be experimental, and these may all be experimental. They may all just become firewood. They might all turn out okay, even this one. So I'm just gonna, you know, give it my best within whatever time I have available, as it seems practical to actually invest time in these. You know, like, those ones should take priority over you know, the rest. That one's mostly done. Actually, I should do some sanding on it and then re-ebonize the sanded areas, because it's not complete, and the pommel needs to have an eye hole, because that's supposed to be kind of a bird shape. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Till next time, Haram Chichatlis.